So coach is coming.
Okay.
Options are to if players going and she can just come in the middle or give her another couple minutes and then she's still not here. Probably need to get going. So what do you think? Let's get players going.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll do the thing here. All right. Hi again, everybody. Welcome to the post-game press conference from Semifinal Monday at the Summit League Basketball Championships 2021 at the Sanford Pentagon. We'll be joined momentarily by representatives from USD. Quick note on that, Coach Dawn Plitzuweit is finishing up some other media obligations. So we'll start first with the players. We're going to have Liv Korngable and Chloe Lamb. So we can direct questions to the players first. Quick recap, the second-seeded and defending champion Coyotes defeated the third-seeded North Dakota State to advance to Tuesday's Women's Championship at 1 p.m. The Coyotes will play number 8 Omaha. As a reminder to the media, please use the chat function in Zoom to type out your questions that you'd like me to ask on your behalf. When you type out your question, please identify yourself, your organization, and who the question is for. We'll try to get to as many questions as we can in our 10-minute window. And in lieu of an opening statement, I won't put that pressure on you, ladies. We'll just open it up for questions. We've got some in the queue right away. Come back to that one. Okay, a question from Eric Mayer of Kellerland. And Liv, we can start with you. What are you expecting from Omaha tomorrow in the championship game?
Well, we didn't get to play Omaha this past season. They had a COVID situation, and so obviously they have a lot of momentum coming in, but our coaches will prepare us the best they can. They always do. I have my faith in them, and we'll go from there.
Chloe, same thing. Your thoughts on that? It's kind of a unique situation. You know, in a conference tournament, you usually play everybody.
Right. No, absolutely. It'll be, I mean, they'll bring challenges for us. Every team does, especially not having that familiarity with them, as Liv said. But, yeah, coaches will watch film, get us prepared. It's championship. Everyone will be ready to go. It'll be fun.
Question for both players from Hank from the Argus. What were your thoughts on Allison Peplowski's performance today, Liv?
It was fun to have Pep in today. She always brings good physicality, good boards. In practice, she's always all over the boards. So we expected nothing less from her, but she gave us a really good spark today.
Chloe, same thing?
Yeah. We've seen multiple kids step up and have different games that they are a huge part of. And today was Pep's turn. Needed her coming off the bench, and she did great for us. Had a lot of big boards, gotten at the free throw line, getting some points there, and helped us out a lot.
Welcome to Coach Plitzuweit. You're joined by her.
A little late to the party.
That's
Sorry
okay.
about that.
Hey,
These two are they're professionals. They're so good. Not only
Yeah.
can they play basketball really, really well, but they can carry this whole thing.
They said you didn't need to come up.
You know what? I kind of
leave.
figured that.
The media might disagree with that. Let's start with you, Coach, from Grant Sweeter from Kellerland. Defense really held the Bison in check today. What was the key to that?
Well, I thought the energy that we played at, the urgency we played with was really, really key. And these two young ladies do such a good job of making sure that we're communicating, and Hannah is out there doing the same thing. And so they're just great leaders for us. They played so hard defensively, and we're able to make some adjustments. North Dakota State is so well disciplined and so well coached that every time you guard an action one way, they've got a counter to it. Then they figure it out, and the next time they're coming back to it, and they're trying to beat you the other way. So you've got to be able to continue to make adjustments throughout, and I think the experience that our crew has and the understanding of how urgent you have to play was really, really important today.
Another one for you, Coach, from Jordan Decker with Reaching the Summit podcast. Your team moved the ball really well today, 17 assists on 27 baskets. Thoughts overall on how your team performed offensively?
I thought we shared the ball really well. I thought we moved the ball. I thought our screening action was really, really good. I heard him talking about Allison Popowski. I thought when she came in the game, she created a lot for us offensively. Not necessarily that she scored a lot, but she created opportunities for her teammates, and that was really, really important. But overall, I thought we really capitalized on some opportunities and made some. And these guys can make shots. They can make easy shots. They can make tough shots. They just find ways to make things happen. And then we've got a crew of other players around them that understand. And I thought our understanding of how one player was moving and the other player had to complement that and move someplace else was really, really important today. Our spacing and our movement was really good. And that's hard to put those two together.
Question for Chloe from Mike McFeely of the Forum in Fargo. USD went on a 13-point run in the first half that opened up the game, and you really dominated with points in the paint during that time. Was that the game plan, and was that the key to that run?
I think every game, every opponent we play, we want to kind of defend ourselves or get in the paint early. Those are easy buckets for us, and we feel confident in the paint. So yeah, that's kind of something that is always a focus for us, and this game is no different.
Another question from Mike McFeely. We'll send this one to Liv. You were able to shut down Heaven Hamling, NDSU's leading scorer. What was the key to that?
I think just learning from our past games with her, we gave her a little bit too much space in the past, and so really just focusing in on her and limiting her shots was a big part of our defensive plan.
Chloe, a question from Zach Borg, Dakota News Now. NDSU played you guys to within 1 point in Vermillion not that long ago. What was so different today?
Yeah, it's tough to play a team, 3 times, and especially in a short time period. There's positives and negatives to that. There's familiarity, so hopefully that helps. I think just learning from those past 2 games and being a little more focused, knowing what's going on, and being able to lock down a little bit better.
Question from Bailey Zupke from the Press and Dakotan for Coach. We touched on this a little before you got here, but you haven't played Omaha yet this season,
Right.
which is certainly unusual in a conference tournament.
Weird.
What challenges will that bring?
Well, we have to obviously familiarize our program with who they are very, very quickly and turn around and play tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So that's the biggest challenge that we have. And then on top of it, the challenge of we need to get some recovery too, because this was a very hard-fought game. We spent a lot of juice in this game, so we've got to find a way to recover quickly.
Another question from Hank from the Argus. This one's for the players. We'll start with you, Liv. Has there been any additional pressure as the highest remaining seed in the tournament?
I think regardless of seed, there's always a pressure going into a tournament. If you lose, you're done. But I think everyone feels that, and I think just the confidence from our past success and our past wins helps that going forward.
Last call for questions for USD. While we wait that, a couple additional notes. This moves USD into the championship game for the 4th year in a row, and that's in under 5 years under Coach Plitzuweit. Also, USD has now won 11 straight games in this series with the Bison. Another question from Mike McFeely of Fargo for Coach. What are your thoughts on NDSU? What improvement have you seen in the last couple of years, and do you feel like Jory has some things kind of moving in the right direction?
Well, I think he's done just an outstanding job in a lot of ways. One, in terms of bringing in players and developing players, both. The players that were there when he got there have really continued to improve, and I think the players he's brought in are a great complement. So on both ends, from a personnel standpoint, he's done a tremendous job. And then on top of it, I think just they are so well disciplined. They're so well versed in what they are doing that they present incredible challenges for you. And so I think he's done just a tremendous, tremendous job.
Another question from Zach Borg with Dakota News Now for Coach. Your team's expected to be here, and you may need to win regardless to make the NCAAs. Omaha's playing loose. They're the first 8 seed to get this far, and they've knocked off some good teams. Does a team with that kind of momentum, put a scare in you a little bit?
But I think for us, it comes down to, I don't want to say the X's and O's, but the ability to play and make plays. And so finding how we need to try to find ways to slow them down and score against them. Again, they've done just a tremendous job of holding both South Dakota State and Western Illinois down. So trying to find ways on both ends of the ball is going to be what's the challenge in this.
Okay. With that, we are about up on the 10 minutes, so we'll let all of you go. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And for the media, we will reset momentarily.